You think you're making progress. You journal. You meditate. You analyze your childhood. You join workshops. You listen to podcasts. You read book after book. And every time you do, you feel like you're becoming more aware, more conscious, more healed. But here's the problem. You're not building a life. You're building a process, and the process has become your hiding place. Most people don't get trapped because they refuse to grow. They get trapped because they never stop preparing to grow. They turn self-improvement into their identity, into a lifestyle where they're always working on themselves, but never actually stepping forward. It's easy to get applause for this. Friends say you're so self-aware. Therapists say you're making progress. Social media feeds you endless content that validates your healing journey. And at first it feels safe, it feels responsible, it feels like you're doing the right thing, because who can criticize someone who's working on themselves? No one. That's why the trap works so well. But underneath it all is a quieter truth you don't want to admit. You're using self-improvement to delay self-confrontation. Because as long as you're processing, you never have to act. You never have to risk failing. You never have to expose yourself to outcomes you can't control. You stay busy, you stay reflective, you stay safe, and as months turn into years, you don't feel stuck, you feel responsible. But responsibility without movement is just well-packaged avoidance. There's a reason this trap is so hard to see. It's profitable. Entire industries exist to keep you here, perfectly stuck in permanent self-improvement mode. Because as long as you believe you're not quite ready yet, you'll keep buying. The next book, the next course, the next mastermind, the next journaling system, the next emotional breakthrough method. Each one promises that this time, you'll finally unlock the clarity or healing you've been missing. But it never ends. Because when your identity becomes the person who's working on themselves, progress isn't measured by action. It's measured by how much you're processing. And that measurement is endless. If this is hitting somewhere real for you, hit the like button and subscribe. We're not here to keep you comfortable, we're here to cut through the lies that keep you stuck. The people who take real action don't keep buying more self-improvement. The industry makes money from people who stay stuck, always thinking they need one more book, one more course, one more program. Once you act, you're done buying. As long as you're still almost ready, they can keep selling you the next thing. And here's the hardest part. You become addicted to this loop. Not because you're weak, but because it allows you to stay safe while feeling productive. You can say, I'm being intentional, I don't want to rush my healing, I'm working through deeper layers. Those phrases sound noble, they sound responsible, but they're often just polished ways of saying, I'm afraid to move. Because movement exposes you. Once you act, you're vulnerable. People will see your work, people will judge your choices. You'll risk failing in public. You'll risk outgrowing people who still live in preparation. And that is terrifying. That's why self-improvement becomes endless. Because safety inside the process feels better than exposure outside of it. Every time you say, I'm not ready yet, or I still need to process, or I'm working through it, you think you're buying yourself time. But what you're really buying is distance from responsibility, because while you're preparing, the relationship you want stays undeveloped. The business you want to build never launches. The creative work you dream about stays hidden. The hard conversations you need to have remain unsaid. And life keeps moving whether you're ready or not. Preparation feels like control. But it's an illusion of control that delays your entire existence. You don't pause life, you postpone living. Most people think they're avoiding pain by staying in self-improvement. They're not. They're choosing a different kind of pain. The pain of watching their life shrink while they stay careful. The pain of knowing that years have passed and nothing meaningful has changed. The pain of realizing that endless readiness is just elegant procrastination. You don't stay stuck because you lack information. You stay stuck because information feels safer than execution. The more you learn, the more you postpone. The more you process, the more you convince yourself you need even more processing. It's not lack of clarity that holds you back, it's lack of decision. And decision doesn't come from perfect preparation. It comes from accepting that readiness is a myth. The real work isn't more self-work. The real work is risking forward motion while still carrying imperfection. Because here's the truth nobody tells you, healing happens inside action. You don't fully heal before you start the relationship. You don't fully heal before you start the business. You don't fully heal before you take the leadership role. You don't fully heal before you move to the next chapter. You heal by being in it. By failing, by adjusting, by learning as you go, by facing what readiness can never prepare you for. Waiting for full healing is the most sophisticated form of avoidance there is. Because as long as you wait, you stay safe from judgment. You stay safe from mistakes. You stay safe from outcomes you can't predict, but you also stay absent from your own life. Courage isn't waiting for readiness. Courage is moving while still unsure. There's a life waiting for you right now that doesn't need more processing. It needs fewer books, fewer courses, fewer journaling exercises, and one simple decision: to step forward, imperfect, unfinished, and fully alive. Because you don't need more information. You need exposure. You need accountability. You need to stop hiding behind preparation. The cost of staying inside endless self-improvement isn't failure, it's regret, and the longer you stay, the heavier that cost becomes. Drop a comment. No more waiting, I'm done preparing. Subscribe if you're ready to stop rehearsing and start living. Like this video if you know someone who's still stuck inside the loop. This video is for motivation and clarity. It's not therapy or professional advice. The real work still belongs to you.